Cities are a blessing from the point of view of the rest of nature in that they concentrate humans and the impact of humans. They leave landscape, water for other species. So in general, cities are benign from the point of view of the rest of nature. Humans, we're still sort of cave people. We only spend about 1 hour each day outside, whether we live in the suburbs or a rural area or an apartment in Manhattan where I live. But in that hour and a half, particularly for children, the experience of being with the rest of nature as a child could be extremely important in terms of the education of the immune system. And putting people into a life in a city, especially, again, early childhood, that's like an intensive care unit in a hospital, the so-called sterile environment could be very risky. So somehow we need both. We want most of humanity to live in cities in order to leave most of the landscape available for tigers and gazelles and badgers or whatever animals you're especially fond of. At the same time, if we create a situation in which humans have no exposure to the microbial world particularly, then it's very risky. So we need somehow to achieve a balance between exposure, this romantic view of nature, children playing in the mud. We need some of that, especially when we're young, for our immune systems as well as for inspiration. But then if every individual wants a hectare of land and some forest to chop down to burn to keep warm in the winter, we know the outcome of that. We've lived through that. Humanity's, we know the cost of that, which is finally deforestation, denuding of the landscape, and in fact the murder of the wildlife that lives in the landscape.